between Atlantic City and Holy Spirit. It'll be Santil jumping it up against Montague. Holy Spirit will be shooting to our right and Atlantic City to our left. Atlantic City is the home team with the number 1 seed, and the tip is controlled easily by Montague. Taken by Deshaun Reynolds. Veering to his right. Bullets up high to Chandler. Has it poked away, but able to capture. He's triple teamed, and he's called for steps.
They tried to get the ball at the high post at the 3-point line, and he just could never get possession of that ball, and he might have shuffled his feet.
So you can see right off the bat they're looking to control Jabril Chandler, as Middleton in the backcourt is played by Isaiah Graves. Moving it across, made him work to get it across. Right sideline, Chandler underneath to the cutting Mitty, and he drops it home. Easy bucket for Mitty there.
Imperative for Holy Spirit to get off to a good start.
Graves with a short jumper, no good. The rebound is taken by Santil away from Montague. Here's Moore to the baseline. Moore, cross-court pass for the cutting Daniels, and he drives and drops it home. So 2 easy buckets thus far for Holy Spirit.
Yeah, right on the block. The freshman catches and shoots all in one motion.
Underneath pass for Chandler from Deshaun Reynolds, no good. Rebounded to Montague. Looks to toss it down low to the cutting White, but it's poked out of bounds. Last touch by Holy Spirit.
You know, right now, Holy Spirit's a young team. Right now, Atlantic City looks like the team that's the young team. They're all out of whack.
Inbounding will be Reynolds. Underneath to the cutting Chandler with a head fake, and then he drops it in.
Yeah, we just talked about him in the pregame. He's a big body, and he's very good on the blocks.
So 4-2 in the early going. Holy Spirit on top. Again, Middleton behind the back has it stolen by Graves, but Graves is called for the foul.
Yeah, Isaiah Graves didn't like the call, and he's lucky he didn't get a technical there because he slammed that ball. And we saw at the end of the Middle Township game and the St. Augustine game, technical fouls will be called in an environment like this.
And you can see, Mike, that they're making Middleton work to get it up court. Moving it across the timeline is Moore left side. Deals left-hand corner for Mitty. Puts on the floor. Up high it goes to Moore. Moore to the baseline. Moore turns, and he's called for steps. One of the officials has a foul.
Gene Allen's pointing this way.
Jamie Gillespie talking to the official who called traveling and saying it was his call.
Right.
And he called a foul but doesn't get it.
So Moore gets no basket there. Moral of the story.
So here's Deshaun Reynolds accelerating. Has it poked away and stolen. Taken by Middleton to Moore, and reaching in is Isaiah. Check that. They call Graves for check that. They call Middleton for traveling.
Yeah, they get the turnover, and then in transition is when it looked like, I didn't see a travel there, but.
So 2 travelings in a row against Holy Spirit.
Fast-paced game so far.
Here's Deshaun Reynolds. Lobs ahead for Isaiah Graves, left-hand corner. He's double-teamed, loses out of bounds, last touched by Atlantic City. So defensively, Mike, Holy Spirit coming out very aggressive.
Yeah, that's sloppy play, though. Both sides have been sloppy on the offensive side of the ball.
In the ball game for Holy Spirit is Jordan Taylor, the 6'4 sophomore. Here's Paul Moore. Sends to Taylor, left sideline, played by Montague. Sends right side for Middleton. Middleton holding it away from Graves, deals right sideline for Santil. Santil puts on the floor. Hands to Middleton, and he, check that. I was going to say he's called for traveling, and the official called.
Well, one official called for a block.
Right.
2 of the officials called for a walk. Holy Spirit wants a block. Atlantic City wants a walk.
So here's Deshaun Reynolds, left sideline. Down low, White with a flip. I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, but nonetheless, taken off by Moore for Holy Spirit. Right side, stutter stepping. Deshaun Reynolds with a steal. Ahead it goes for Graves, ahead of everyone, scoops, and he hits.
And there's Deshaun Reynolds doing things with the defense, starting the break. He's one of the guys that tonight, it's his kind of night.
So here's Jordan Taylor moving it out of the backcourt. Right side, watched by Montague. One hops right-hand corner for Santil, poked away and out of bounds. Last touch by Dennis White.
Deshaun Reynolds watched that pass from Dennis White. He kind of threw a pass because he had a man wide open. He threw it, it hit the backboard, and he said, "Come on, man."
Here's Middleton right side. Right-hand corner for Jordan Taylor, played by Montague. Jordan Taylor cross court for Santil. Santil puts on the floor with a step down the lane. The scoop that is no good, tapped out of bounds, last touched by Atlantic City.
A lot of emotions in this game. They both want to win it so bad, and Holy Spirit has been on the short end, and they are really, Santil taking the ball to the basket here. That's what he does. When he's playing well, that's what he does well.
Inbound pass is thrown away, taken by Graves. In a sprint down the lane, left-hand scoop is good.
Graves has 4, and they do it on, that's the second consecutive transition basket off the steal.
6-4, Atlantic City with their first lead of the ball game. Again, Graves pressuring Middleton as he moves it across left side. Spins to his right, center court. Along the left sideline, he sends for Daniels. Daniels snaps center court for Paul Moore. Paul Moore works off the pick from Santil, has it stolen, picked up by Jabril Chandler. Ahead it goes for White for the stuff.
You saw that coming. Once the steal, that's 6 consecutive baskets off of turnovers for the Vikings, and you saw the dunk coming.
8-4 now, Atlantic City on top. Holy Spirit wants to talk it over. It's a 30-second timeout. Ever dream about mountains of pot roast or meatloaf just like Mom used to make? Then take a bite out of Golden Corral's daily luncheon and dinner buffet and turn your dreams into reality. Golden Corral has all of your home-style favorites, from fried chicken and mashed potatoes to fresh baked rolls and chocolate fountain that flows all day. Plus, hand-carved steak is now part of the daily dinner buffet. Make your food dreams come true at Golden Corral on the Black Horse Pike. That's the Black Horse Pike at the Shore Mall. 8-4, 3:56 left in the opening quarter, and after a sluggish start by Atlantic City, they've exploded here, taking the 8-4 lead.
Yeah, it's all defense. 6 straight off of defensive steal turnovers for Holy Spirit. So the trademark of the Vikings is pressure defense, and they scored 6 straight on those turnovers.
So Middleton inbounds to Paul Moore. Paul Moore moves it across against Deshaun Reynolds. Mitty getting set to check back in. Along the left sideline, it's Santil. One hop center court for Middleton. They swing it right baseline for Jordan Taylor for the side jump. It's no good. Rebound is snared by Jabril Chandler. To Deshaun Reynolds. Down court it goes for White for the floater that is no good. Rebound taken by Montague. Montague outside for Deshaun Reynolds. Plucks it out of the air to Graves right side. Loose for the jump. That is short. Rebound White for the left-hand follow. That is good.
Dennis White was one of their big scorers early this year. He's lowered a little bit. He's down to about 11 points. He was up around 14 at one point.
So here's Middleton again, played tightly by Graves as he moves it across. Right sideline intended for Taylor, stolen by Montague down the lane for the scoop. That is good.
And he wanted to dunk that. He had a full head of steam.
12-4. Atlantic City has just turned this game completely around. Now leading by a big-time margin, 8 points. Checking in is Mitty and checking out is Daniels.
And they're doing it all with defense. They're doing everything with pressure, perimeter defense.
Inbound pass comes to Paul Moore. Paul Moore watched by Deshaun Reynolds. Right-hand corner for Taylor. Taylor puts on the floor. Center court for Mitty. Mitty scoops to his left. Outside for Middleton. Down the lane for the scoop. It is partially deflected. No good. Rebound. No good by Mitty on the follow. And the rebound comes down to Graves. Graves to the forecourt. Graves to the head of the key. Graves bullets underneath to the cutting White. He hits it off the back of the backboard. And it goes out of bounds. And that'll be Holy Spirit basketball.
Well, that's Graves. He saw White open, but White wasn't anticipating that pass coming to him. And that's where he got caught with the ball underneath, pretty much underneath the backboard.
Chase checks in, replacing Montague. Inbound pass to Moore, operating left side against Deshaun Reynolds. A super athlete and a great defensive player. Nearly another steal, but they call him for the foul.
Reynolds not happy with the foul. He kind of goes into the bleachers. The Atlantic City faithful letting him know that he got hosed on that call.
Daniels checks back in, and he replaces Middleton. Inbounding from the far sideline will be Daniels. He's a freshman. It comes to Paul Moore. Watched by Deshaun Reynolds. Snaps left sideline to Taylor. Center court Moore. Pump fake, does not shoot. Defended by Deshaun Reynolds. Cuts to his right, down the lane, and he's called for traveling, and no doubt about that one.
Yeah, you got a lot of steps in this game. That's, I think, the third or fourth travel call already. We're still in the first quarter.
Lost his balance and took too many steps. 1:50 left in this opening quarter. Atlantic City on top 12-4 and with the basketball. Chase in the ball game. Cuts between two. Left-hand corner. It goes for the jumper from Graves. It is no good. The rebound is snared by Daniels. And Daniels is fouled by Jabril Chandler.
And Holy Spirit struggling on the offensive end here. This pressure that Atlantic City's putting on the perimeter. I mean, they're not even getting looks right now. Atlantic City's getting steals on the perimeter. And Holy Spirit cannot figure out a way to kind of penetrate.
Yeah, well, Jamie Gillespie said that they struggle against Atlantic City in the half court. They need to get some easy baskets off steals thus far. Hasn't happened. Here's Moore, head of the key. Moore cuts to his left. Moore spins down the lane. Moore for the scoop that is no good. Great move, but he just couldn't get it to go. Rebound Chandler. Ahead to Graves, left side. Graves, right side to White, and Graves is called for traveling. So we have a traveling festival here tonight, Mike.
A lot of walking. And it's Atlantic City just trying to make a lot of plays that have been that play there. Graves is trying to just kind of dump the ball off, but the guy he's trying to get it to is not paying attention. He's not ready for it. And therefore, Graves tried to retain his pass and kind of shuffled his feet.
So here's Holy Spirit Middleton moving it across left side. Again, watched by Graves. Spins to his right, down the lane with a step, and knocked out of bounds by Chase. Had the step, but Chase reached in, able to deflect it away.
Taking the ball to the basket, though. That's what you got to keep doing.
Daniels to trigger, looking, still looking. Inbound pass comes to Santil left side. He's played by Deshaun Reynolds. Outside, center court for Daniels. Daniels cut off. Leaves it for Middleton for the short jumper that is no good. Way short. Rebound, Deshaun Reynolds. Ahead for White. He's down the lane for a second stuff. So now a 10-point lead for Atlantic City, up 14-4.
Holy Spirit had a good look there, Middleton. He just completely missed. They had a layup attempt by Moore. They missed it. They're getting good opportunities, but they're not converting, and now they're down by 10.
Lamar Thomas checks in for Atlantic City. Also checking in is Tayshon Reynolds. So it's Tayshon Reynolds, Chase, Montague, Thomas, and White. Inbound pass to Moore with 34 seconds left in this opening quarter. Moore across the timeline, watched by T. Reynolds. Gives off to Daniels to the free throw line. Straightaway jump is no good. Rebound comes down to Montague. Ahead, down court, it goes for the cutting Reynolds. No good, but he draws the personal foul. So Atlantic City, Mike, really forcing it down court. They're really getting out on the fast break.
Yeah, they started sloppy, Atlantic City, and they were down in this game. But they have turned up the heat on offense or defense, and it has led to them basically being on I believe, a 10-0 run here.
So at the free throw line will be Reynolds. First is no good. That's Tashad Reynolds. Checking back in is Thomas. Check that, Taylor, pardon me, for Holy Spirit. Here's the second by T. Reynolds. It's good. First points for T. Reynolds. 13 seconds remaining as Paul Moore moves it across against T. Reynolds. Spins to his left. Great defense there. Center court to Mitty. Long range jumper, no good. And the rebound snared by Jolene Montague. So, at the end of one quarter, Atlantic City on top 15-4. McMahon Agency of Ocean City, Marmora, and Mays Landing is proud to sponsor broadcast of Cape Atlantic League sports to recognize the value of teamwork and these dedication of outstanding student athletes. Specializing in home, business, auto, flood, and boat insurance, the McMahon Agency is committed to supporting the community and offer real service and real value to real people right in their own hometown. Reach them at 800-448-6340 or online at McMahonAgency.com. McMahon Agency of Ocean City, Marmora, and Mays Landing. Sometimes there really is no place like home. So we've played one quarter complete. Holy Spirit getting off to a quick start. But since that time, Atlantic City has just been dominant, getting fast break after fast break.
Yeah, it's been defense for them. All defense has led to this 15-4 lead. And right now, Holy Spirit is having trouble making easy baskets. They're getting looks. They're just not converting here as we start the second quarter. Mike Gill, Tony Blum here on 97.3 ESPN and 97.3ESPN.com. The Cape Atlantic League semifinals, Holy Spirit and Atlantic City. The Spartans have the basketball moving left to right in the navy blue and gold, and we got another travel. Just like that, a turnover to start the second. Atlantic City wearing white and navy blue trim, moving right to left. They'll have the basketball with a 15-4 lead. Deshaun Reynolds gets it into the corner for Graves. Graves bounce pass to White, gets it to Chandler, who bounce passes it down low for Montague, who lays it in for his fourth. Back the other way, Middleton, and he is called for an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Middleton.
So Middleton trying to take the ball a little out of control there, trying to make something happen. Everybody's trying to make something happen here, and it's 17-4. Atlantic City with the lead and the basketball. You saw Montague took that charge, just overjoyed by the fact that he got that call. Graves, baseline with the pass from Montague. It's blocked away by Mitty, and the rebound comes down to Taylor. Moore on the wing. Man-to-man defense customary by the Vikings. 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Santil puts it on the floor. Moore at the top of the key, straight on three. Back iron, no good. Rebound, White. White in transition to Graves. Graves gets it up for Reynolds, and he threw it too much out of bounds. They turn it over.
I know he can catch the football, but couldn't do that one right there. Just a little too far, but again, just looking down court to fast break every opportunity they can.
8 first quarter turnovers for Holy Spirit. A 15-0 Atlantic City run. Spartans with the ball. Jordan Taylor pressured by Graves. Graves giving him the business, and he almost gets a steal, but they're going to call him for a little hand check out on the perimeter.
The thing that's so impressive, Mike, about Atlantic City's defense is that even when you think you've gotten someone beat, their recovery is so quick that just shows you how good their defense is. On that charge, Middleton thought he had his guy beaten, but then the recovery just too good.
So Atlantic City picks up the foul. Holy Spirit with the ball. On the wing, just into the game is Rassman. Taylor hands off for Moore. Moore between the circles, stared down by Reynolds. Rassman on the wing. Bounce pass down low. Nice cut for Moore. Moore gets it to Rassman, who can't hold on to the ball, and he turns it over in transition. Oh, what a pass, and a dunk by White. The pass from Chandler, and the third dunk of the night by Dennis White. His 8th point, and a timeout on the floor. Atlantic City 19, Holy Spirit 4, 5:59 to play in the half.
And there's a full line of brand new cars available for rent at Just 4 Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Absecon, Rio Grande Avenue at Wildwood, Route 50 in Mays Landing, and Pear Ingen, 16th and Simpson in Ocean City. They also have conversion vans, trucks, minivans, and 15 passenger vans. Be smart. Rent at just 4 wheels, serving South Jersey for more than 25 years. In Absecon, Wildwood, Mays Landing, Ocean City, Berlin, Lakewood, and Brooklyn, New York. They're open from 8:30 till 7 p.m. daily. That's just 4 wheels. And this game brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team each and every week. 19-4 with 5:59 left till halftime. Atlantic City just doing it here this evening from Hamilton in the semifinals of the Cape Atlantic League Tournament.
Yeah, and if they play like this, they might be well on their way to making a deep run again in the tournament, which starts next Tuesday. Moore's going to inbound for Holy Spirit. The winner of this game will face Middle Township, who won in double overtime on Saturday afternoon at Richard Stockton College. We'll have it for you on 97.3. Daniels up top, gives it to Middleton, who throws it out of bounds. Threw it right through the hands of Moore. Big moment for Spirit. They need to stop the bleeding here. They need a basket. They have not scored in a long time.
Need to get it under 10 by halftime.
They're down 19-4, 5:32 to play in the half. Deja Chase in the game, running the point. Gets it to Deshaun Reynolds on the wing. And there's a hand check foul on Leon Daniels. Leon Daniels, a freshman. He's guarding one of the most savvy players in the league right there in Deshaun Reynolds. Chandler will inbound in front of us. We are courtside here at Hamilton High School. It's like a mini Atlantic City. Deja Chase in the corner for Reynolds, who fires a pass down in the block for Montague, and it goes off of a Spartan player. It'll stay with the Vikings. Mark Rassman back into the game, and Leon Daniels takes a seat. Trigger man is Reynolds. Inbounds it, and it's poked away. Here come the Spartans. They need a basket, and it's stolen right back by White. White, Reynolds, layup, no good. Rebound, Chandler. Chandler with the putback, no good. Rebound, White. White, putback, no good. Rebound, Chandler, he throws it front rim. Rebound, White, another miss, and the rebound finally Jordan Taylor. And then Deja Chase is going to get called for a foul. 5 minutes to play in the half.
Talk about putbacks, follows, and effort underneath the basket. And of course, their size advantage, they showed you why right there. What did it have, 5 or 6 different attempts? Still didn't get a bucket.
Atlantic City is on a 15-0 run. Holy Spirit trying to end it. Here's Moore in the corner for Taylor. Taylor trying to get separation from Chandler. Now they get it to Rassman. Rassman in the corner for Santil. Whips a pass up top for Middleton. Middleton to Moore on the right wing. Back up top for Jordan Taylor between the circles at the elbow, left of the lane, and he is fouled en route to the hoop for 2 shots.
And I think that's exactly what he intended there, Mike. He pretty much knew that he was going to run into some big resistance from Montague, but able to shield the basketball, protect it, and draw the personal foul.
Jordan Taylor shoots 2 for the Spartans, who have 2 points from Leon Daniels, 2 points from John Mitty, and that's all. First one no good.
It's been difficult. Atlantic City's defense, they were good last year, Mike, but defensively they're much better this year, I think.
19-4, Atlantic City leads. The last game we went double overtime. Holy Spirit, second one no good. Holy Spirit's got a lot of work to get back into this game right now. Reynolds, Chase, bounce pass to White. Back up top for Reynolds. Reynolds gets it on the wing. Down low for Montague. And almost threw it away. Deshaun Reynolds runs it down. He splits 2 defenders. Bounce pass for Montague. Montague puts it on the floor twice. Thought about a little jumper from the elbow. Then he kicked it into the corner for Reynolds, who got his shot blocked by Taylor, and the rebound to Moore. Holy Spirit's defense is coming back now. Now they need a bucket. Taylor kicks it into the corner for Santillo. A 3-ball on the way. That is completely long, but the rebound comes down to Jordan Taylor, and he puts in a layup, and they break this run here. 19-6, the Spartans trail Atlantic City with the ball. They cross the timeline with choice. Chase at the elbow, all the way, and he leaves it for White for 2, and White's got double figures. That one from the right block. So Atlantic City answers. Moore, right of the lane, spins, layup, good.
Very nice move there by Moore, able to cut between 2 defenders and able to score.
Atlantic City's going to talk it over. Gene Allen calls a full timeout, and it's 21-8. Vikings lead the Spartans on 97.3 ESPN.
Skelly's High Point Pub is open 24 hours a day at Shore Road on the White Horse Pike in Absecon. The best in food and drink available to you all day, every day. And they deliver. The High Point has dinners from 4 to 10 p.m. every day, daily luncheon specials, and all your favorites. From pizza and wings to cheesesteaks and surf and turf. 7 TVs at Skelly's, all hooked up to satellites for the best sports coverage. After you attend your favorite high school game, be sure to stop at the High Point. Skelly's High Point Pub, 5 North Shore Road in Absecon. Phone the High Point at 641-3172 for takeout or delivery. 21-8. Atlantic City on top big over Holy Spirit, but the Spartans seem to have settled down a little bit over the last minute and a half, and they've scored at least, which is something they hadn't done for quite some time.
Yeah, and their defense has settled down a little bit too. I mean, they had a couple defensive stops. They got some rebounds, but they can't get the ball to fall for them on the offensive side. They got 3:19 left to get this thing figured out in the first half. Atlantic City has Kevin Allen into the game. Chase running the point. Deshaun Reynolds, Dennis White, and Jaleem Montague, the 5 on the floor for Atlantic High. Allen, shots too long, no good. Rebound, Montague, he keeps it alive, and the rebound comes down to Moore. Moore in transition, and he carried the basketball.
Ball just came up on him. He just couldn't control it and called for the palming violation.
Right in front of us with 3 minutes left, Deshaun Reynolds will inbound. Deja Chase, they're staring. A little pressure here from Holy Spirit now. Chase, stolen away. Moore got a hand on that pass. Here comes Moore in transition. Santillo catches right in the lane. Now he takes it to the middle of the lane. A right-hand runner, no good. Rebound, and Montague comes up with it. Chase, middle of the court. Splits defenders down the middle of the lane. Shot is blocked, and Taylor got a hand on it. Thought maybe Chase grabbed it before he went out of bounds. 2:34 to play, first half. Here on 97.3 ESPN. They inbound the ball to Reynolds. To Monty, who gets it right back to Reynolds. Reynolds now to Chase. 2:26 and counting here in the second quarter. Deja Chase is stared down by John Middleton. Nearly stolen. He dribbles through traffic. He puts up a scoop shot, almost falls. Rebound, rolls out to Middleton. Baseball pass to Moore. Moore, one-on-one, and he is going to be fouled.
Yeah, I think that Deshaun Reynolds did his best to draw the charge, falling on his back, but he did not get the call. It'll be Paul Moore at the free throw line. Check that. He will not be at the free throw line. It'll be a non-shooting affair.
Blocking fouls the call on Reynolds, his second. Team's 7th, so Moore will go to the line. 2 shots for Moore.
Oh, he is going to be shooting, pardon me.
2:07 to play. They could get into double figures. We're at 2 minutes left in the half, and Holy Spirit has yet to crack double figures. Moore back iron, no good.
And Moore's a good free throw shooter as well. Checking in is Deshaun Reynolds along with Chandler, replacing White.
You see the reaction from Jamie Gillespie. He just kind of falls to his knees and says, this just isn't going our way right now. Second one in and out, no good. Rebound Montague. Chase walking the ball up the floor. Chase, bounce pass to Allen. Allen dumps it down low for Montague, who puts up a shot, no good, and then he gets his own rebound, and that goes through, and Montague has 6. Moore with some pressure now from Tashad Reynolds. Reynolds running right with him, crosses the timeline. Between the circles, right-hand dribble, crossover, spins, paint, lays it up for Raspin. Raspin, reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Montague. They got to look.
He got to look, Mike, but I think it was the defense that he thought was going to be there that caused him to go to the reverse.
He didn't have to reverse. No look, pass down to Montague, no good. Rebound, Montague gets his own, and then there's a whistle on the far side. It looks like Montague's going to be called for a push-off there. John Biddy enters the game for for Holy Spirit. He replaces Mark Rassman. And that's 18 fouls, which means now we will be in the 1-and-1 here the rest of this half. Atlantic City is in the penalty. Jordan Taylor shoots 1-and-1. He's got 2 points, the 6'4 sophomore. First one's good. It's a way for them to get back in the game. They missed a pair on their last attempt, and now Jordan Taylor at the line trying to make his second here. This would put them in double figures as a team. They are down 23-9. Second one is good. 23-10, 13-point Viking lead. 1:16 to play in the first half. Chase splits the defenders. Down low for Jaleem, who puts up a little hook shot. Reverse, and it's good. So Jaleem Montague with 8.
Penetration caused the defense to sag, and that opened up Montague for the easy 2.
Moore trying to do some shake and bake on Reynolds. Reynolds up for the challenge, and a 5-second call.
Those kind of things don't do you much good when you're trying to get back from a 15-point deficit.
That's a tough call. And Jamie Gillespie's letting the official know it. Chase splits defenders, bounce pass to Tashad Reynolds. He kicks it off his own leg and then he runs it down. Back to Chase with 38 seconds. Chase bounce pass to Allen. Allen down low for Montague with a jam! 10 points for Montague.
I think that's the 5th stuff in this game already, Mike. White has 4 of them.
Mitty. Santil at the top. Looking for more. Taylor with 15 seconds left on the right wing. 11 seconds. Paint gives up the basketball. He's called for a charge. Going out of control, Taylor took the ball to the basket and got called for a charge.
Whatever can go wrong is going wrong for Holy Spirit right now. Just pick the way you want to give the ball back to Atlantic City, and they're doing it. Traveling, charging, missing free throws, and that's what will get you a 17-point deficit. But of course, Atlantic City, Mike, I think I have to say that tonight, passing the ball, Atlantic City, as soon as they get it, they pass it, they pass it, they pass it. Very clean passing tonight from Atlantic City.
Yeah, they've
not
done
a lot of dribbling.
They've done a good job of moving the ball. Chase with 4 seconds crosses the timeline, gets a pass. It's blocked. He gets the rebound, and the shot is no good. And that is the way the first half is going to end with the score: the Atlantic City Vikings 27, the Holy Spirit Spartans 10. High school basketball on 97.3 ESPN. Wow. So, a tale of 2 different games. We saw a double overtime back and forth game in the first half. And then in the second half, the second game, we have got a game in which has been dominated by...
Right sideline for Reynolds. Holds the basketball. Stepping to his left. Sends left sideline for Graves. Behind him and out of bounds. And Mike, when I talked to Gene Allen before the game, I said, is there anything you think you need to do better against Holy Spirit? He says, we got to get some more runouts. They've gotten that.
Well, yeah, and that's how they built this lead up, with a lot of runouts.
Inbound pass to Middleton, and he is fouled by Isaiah Graves.
Montague, 10 points, 8 rebounds. He's a guy that if they can get him going in the NJSIA portion of their schedule here coming up, they could be a team that is really tough. He has not really had a bunch of breakout games. He had one the other night.
Moore along the right sideline. Holds it high over the head, looking down low. Sends center court for Daniels. Daniels, played by Jabril Chandler, gives off to Moore. Moore free throw line with a step for the floater. No good. Rebound snared by Montague. Has it poked away, but able to recover. Now loses again, and a scrum, and they call it a jump ball. A lot of contact there, Mike, but no call.
I don't know that the call that they made was the right one either, a jump ball, because that ball still seemed to be kind of hanging around. If you're Jamie Gillespie at half, you wonder if he just looked at Paul Moore, his one senior, and said, I need you to just step it up on offense and bring us back into this game.
Here's Moore left side, watched by Deshaun Reynolds. He gives off to Santil for the jumper that is off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound is hustled down by Moore, right-hand corner. Moore outside sends for Daniels, gives to Santil. Santil, center court, throws for Moore, tosses left sideline for Middleton. Circling to his right, gives off to Santil. Santil double team. Loses but recovers. Outside for Middleton, leaves it for Moore. He'll take a three, and a hit.
That's what they needed. Paul Moore, that's his first points of the game from the three-point arc there.
Here's Isaiah Graves, right baseline for the floater that is no good. Rebound is saved by Mitty, but he steps on the line. Paul Moore has taken more free throws than anyone in the Cape Atlantic League, and he also has made more. So inbounding will be Graves from underneath his own basket. It's 27-13, in case you just joined us. Holy Spirit got off to the early lead, but then Atlantic City just took control of this game. Inbounding will be Graves. And a whistle on the play. The call is going to go against Deshaun Reynolds.
That's his third personal foul, too. So you wonder if Gene Allen's going to sit him here.
Team second. Checking in will be Chase. And he'll replace Deshaun Reynolds. That's his third personal. That could be a factor. Moore to trigger. Comes to Middleton. Middleton puts on the floor. He'll bring it up. Switching hands on the dribble. Spinning to his right. Center court. Cuts to his left with a step. Deals to Santil, driving the baseline, but throwing back of him, and it's stolen by White. Fires the lead left side for Graves, and Graves is called for traveling.
That is probably the sixth traveling call we've seen tonight. It's the 10th turnover for Atlantic City. Holy Spirit has 16 turnovers.
27-13. Holy Spirit looking to creep back into it here in this third quarter. Here's Middleton off the pick from Daniels. Gives off to Moore. Circles to his left. Up high it goes for Mitty. Mitty with a step. Mitty has it poked away and stolen by Chase. Chase ahead to the cutting White. Loses control but able to recover left side of the circle. And now Atlantic City's Gene Allen wants to talk things over.
He wants to talk things over because
27-13 with 5:36 left in this third quarter of play.
He wants to talk things over because there was a little too much hot dogging going on. Comfort Inn, you're heading to the state finals of the Tournament of Champions. Plan to stay at the Comfort Inn of Toms River. They've got high-def TVs, wireless internet, a spa, a fitness center, indoor pool, and free breakfast. The Comfort Inn of Toms River is also just outside of Seaside Heights and close to Six Flags Great Adventure and the Lakewood Blue Claws, the Phillies Class A affiliate. So it's a perfect place to visit this spring and summer. Call the Comfort Inn of Toms River 732-929-2900 or link to their website through primeevents.net.
So Atlantic City to trigger from the far sideline. Graves tosses to Chase. 5:32 left in this third quarter of play. 27-13, the Vikings on top. Left sideline to Graves. Center court for Chase. Played by Moore. Puts on the floor. And a whistle. Foul called against Leon Daniels, the 6'2 freshman for Holy Spirit.
You wonder if he was influenced by the crowd right behind him there, letting him know, hey, look at four. Hey, look at four.
So here's Chase with the inbound pass. Left-hand corner for White. White holds it high over the head, now puts on the floor. One hops cross court for Chase, played by Moore. Chase shuffles to his left, deals left sideline for White. White, down low pass for Jabril Chandler, left-hand corner. And he is called for the double dribble.
Man, between the travels and the double dribbles tonight and the carries, we've seen so many simple things gone wrong for both these teams.
Inbound pass comes to Middleton. Watched by Isaiah Graves as he moves it across the left side. Hands to Santil. Stutter stepping down the lane for the floater that is no good. Rebound tipped up and snared by Chase. So Santil looking to make something happen, but just couldn't get the roll there. Center court for Chase. Just holding the basketball. Now puts on the floor. Watched by Moore. Sends right-hand corner to Chandler, who takes his eye off it. Goes through his hands and out of bounds.
And Atlantic City here has yet to score in the third quarter. They have 27 points, the same score they had at the half, so about halfway through the third.
Pass comes to Santil, gives off to Middleton, ahead for Jordan Taylor, who's come in the ball game, and the pass is too far and out of bounds. Jamie Gillespie hits the deck and couldn't believe that pass.
Was already lost his tie. I don't know if he had a jacket on, but that's gone if he did. And now,
so here's Chase moving it out of the backcourt.
He's been on the deck a couple times.
Just watching the officials and Jamie talking to each other. Left-hand corner to Graves. Graves played by Daniels. Outside sends for Chase, circling to his right to the head of the key. Now retreats. Right side, Moore on top of him. Swing it left sideline for Chandler. Down low White for the side jump. That is good.
Dennis White, double figures. He's got 12 points. He leads the Vikings.
Santil drives the baseline and has it stolen by White. Outlet pass for Graves, and he steps on the sideline.
And Graves puts the ball down. He wants to know, come on, how did you see that? He doesn't think he was on that sideline on the far side.
And his teammates come over to him, especially Jalene Montague, and said, look, forget about it. Just
John Rodeo making that call on the far sideline there.
So here's Moore, 29-13, Atlantic City leads it. Right sideline for Middleton, circling to his left. One hops left-hand corner to Moore, puts on the floor. Underneath to Taylor, cross court to the cutting Daniels, off his fingertips and out of bounds. Good thought, but just couldn't hold on.
Yeah, Paul Moore just looked over and said, I got to start shooting. That time he had a shot.
29-13 with 3:20 left in the third quarter. Chase center court. Chase veers to his right. One hops right-hand corner for Deshaun Reynolds, who's back. Check that, I'm sorry. Isaiah Graves, who's has it kicked out of bounds. Last touched by Holy Spirit. Coming on is Rassman, and he'll replace Santil for Holy Spirit. Daniels appears to have a little problem with his leg, but is shaking it off. Inbound pass to Chase. Chase snaps right sideline for Graves. Graves puts on the floor. Graves with a floater, no good, and the rebound is taken off by Moore. Moore ahead for Taylor. Cross court to the cutting Rassman and lays it home.
That's how you start.
Beautiful fast break there run by Holy Spirit.
That's how you start. Transition baskets, nice little 3-on-1 there.
29-15, Chase. Chase with an acceleration, deals right-hand corner for Chandler. Chandler outside for White. Down low for Montague for the reverse. That is good.
Montague's playing a great game. He's playing a really solid game. He's going to have a double-double by the end of the night.
Montague and White both with 12 to lead Atlantic City.
He's got 9 rebounds as well.
Middleton snaps center court for Paul Moore. Paul Moore spins, looking to drop it off, has it poked away, but able to recover. Sends outside for Leon Daniels. The freshman circling to his left. Leaves it for Middleton center court with 2:04 left third quarter. Right sideline for Taylor. Taylor puts on the floor, snaps outside for Daniels. Cuts to his right with a step. He's down the lane for the floater that is no good, but he was fouled on the play. So able to get the step, and he'll move to the free throw line to shoot 2. Montague picks up the personal. That's his second.
Gene Allen's out on the floor about half court yelling defense, defense, defense. He's got a 16-point lead but he wants his team to not let up. If they want to be one of those elite teams, defense has to be the hallmark.
First was no good by Daniels. Chandler checks out. Deshaun Reynolds back in. Second is good.
Junior Santil back, and he is replacing Leon Daniels, who just hit that free throw. The Holy Spirit needs some points. They win in the third quarter here, but it hasn't helped them much.
Here's Chase zigzagging across the timeline. Chase left side for White. White outside for Chase with 1:45 left in this third. Chase played by Taylor. Gives up a lot of size. Sends right sideline for Isaiah Graves on the drive. No good. Rebound is taken off by Taylor. Here's Holy Spirit breaking. Right side for Moore. Moore underneath looking for Taylor, but it's picked off by Deshaun Reynolds. Up court, left side for Chase. Returns to Reynolds. Free throw line pull-up. No good. Rebound is taken off by Middleton. Holy Spirit 3-on-1. Cutting Santil off his fingertips and out of bounds. And Holy Spirit turns it over again. 1:15 left in this third quarter. There's a timeout. Atlantic City on top, 31-16.
The rides aren't open at Gilligan's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street and the Boardwalk at Ocean City, but this is a good time to get the best bargains for the next summer. Did you know you can bring your unused tickets to Wonderland Pier or Funland in Sea Isle City and exchange them for tickets for next year? You can. Just take them to guest services when the attractions open next year. Gilligan's Wonderland Pier, 6 in the Boardwalk, Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com and on Asbury Avenue in downtown Gillians.
So 1:15 left in this third quarter of play. Atlantic City still leading big by 15 points. Holy Spirit just can't get back into it. They'd like to get it under 10 by the end of this quarter. Not likely, though, with just 1:15 remaining until the fourth begins, and they're down by 15. Inbound pass to Chase. Chase walks it across center court. Played by Rasmus to come on for Holy Spirit. With a step, looking to penetrate, has it poked away, but retrieved by Montague. Hooks a pass for Deshaun Reynolds to the baseline. He's cut off, so sends outside for Chase. Chase holds the basketball, and a whistle on the play.
I think they're
So they're talking it over. A personal foul is called on Santil.
Santil gets called. Him and Montague kind of having words. Both those guys, just tall, lanky bodies.
Inbounding Deshaun Reynolds. Some of the Holy Spirit coaches expressing their displeasure.
5-second call.
So Holy Spirit will take over the basketball. Daniels to trigger. It comes to Taylor. A whistle.
So back over to discuss things between Montague and
Now
Santil.
It appears they're giving a warning to Santil. Is that right? Checking in is Jabril Chandler replacing Montague.
Atlantic City's going to get Montague off the floor. They figure, all right, let's cool some things down. We got a 15-point lead here. Holy Spirit is claiming that Montague has thrown some elbows.
Daniels inbounds to Taylor, center court. Watched by Isaiah Graves. Sends left sideline for Santil. Santil played by White. Sends left side for Daniels, but it's stolen by Deshaun Reynolds. Just has those quick hands, those Reynolds. Gives off to Chase with 22 seconds left in this third quarter. Chase center court. Watched by Middleton. Chase with the acceleration, has a step, he's down the lane, leaves it for the cutting Chandler, and he drops it home. But it was the penetration of Chase that made that play.
6 points for Chandler.
Right-hand corner for Rashman. Rashman pulls up free throw line, no good. And we've played 3 complete. Atlantic City continues to lead it big.
It's Graves, Chase, Deshaun Reynolds, Dennis White, and Jabril Chandler, the 5 on the floor for Atlantic City. Santiago, Moore, Mitty, Middleton, and Daniels, the 5 on the floor for the Spartans. White gives it up for Graves. Graves bounce pass down low for Chandler. Chandler off the backboard, up and in, good. Chandler has 8. 35-16. This has to be one of the toughest performances of the season for Holy Spirit here. 16 points here in the fourth quarter. 3-point by Moore is long. Rebound comes down for Santiago. He shoots up a 3, no good. Rebound, Daniels. Daniels puts up a shot, blocked away by Chandler. Chandler fouled from the backside, and Daniels gets it to fall, and it's good. So Leon Daniels with a chance for a 3-point play. Montague back in, and Jordan Taylor back in for Holy Spirit. Leon Daniels trying to make this a 35-19 game. He bends and shoots. First attempt is good. The 3-point play is good. So Leon Daniels has 5 points. 35-19. Atlantic City leads with the basketball. 7:15 to play in the game. Chandler, dribble drive, all the way to the basket. A left-hand layup is good. Chandler in double figures with 10. Here comes Middleton. Off to Daniels. Daniels with a 17-foot jumper. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Montague. Montague hands it off for Deja Chase. Coming up under 7 minutes to play. Chandler, layup, no good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Great pump fake there by Jabril Chandler as he was down low and had the pump fake, got the defender off the feet, and able to draw the personal foul.
Chandler at the line can make this a 20-point lead. If he hits a pair here. Jabril Chandler with 10 points, 12 for Montague, 12 for Dennis White. We mentioned those 3 guys in the pregame, the 3 big bodies of Atlantic City. First attempt, no good. And they are the 3 of the top 5 in the Cape Atlantic League in terms of field goal percentage. Chandler leads the league. Second one, Rawnell's in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Junior Santiago. He gets it up to Paul Moore. Moore up the center of the court with 6:45 to play. If they're going to make a push, it's going to have to be now. Moore trying to get separation all the way to the basket. A scoop shot. It rolls right around the rim, no good. Rebound to Montague, and it's just not the Spartans' day. In transition comes Deshaun Reynolds, and then he circles back out to the top, and he gives it to Deja Chase. Chase looking for separation, and a whistle on the far side and an offensive foul called as Chase was trying to get some separation. He gave a little elbow.
They're going to need a lot more of that, Mike. 37-19, 6:19 left here in this ball game.
Gene Allen not happy with the call, but considering the score, I don't think he's willing to be very vocal about it. Moore walking to the sideline right in front of us here. Stare down by Deshaun Reynolds. Gets a pick, rolls off of it. 3-pointer by Moore on the way. Front iron, no good. Rebound, Chandler. And now Chase is going to walk it up the floor. Holy Spirit has to be shooting around 20% in this game. Chase guarded by Moore. Crosses him over. Nearly loses the handle. Now there's a tie-up on the floor, and it's turned over. Moore comes out with it. Moore, right of the lane, all the way to the basket. He throws one up, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the line.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do because he was driving in there among the big people. If he got the bucket, that's wonderful, but he was trying to draw the personal, did exactly that, and he'll move to the line to shoot a pair. 37-19 with 5:30 left in this ball game.
Paul Moore's had a tough game here. They've really bottled him up. First one's no good.
He struggled at the free throw line tonight.
The whole team has. Cape Atlantic League semifinals. Moore's second shot is good. 37-20, 17-point lead for the Vikings with the ball. 5:28 to play fourth quarter. Reynolds leaves it for Montague, and Montague, he's fouled underneath the basket as he was going baseline, so Jalen Montague will go to the line.
Number 21, Middleton, his second, team's fourth. Montague shooting 2.
Just that split second when you fumble the basketball cost you the bucket, as Holy Spirit was able to recover at the free throw line will be Jalen Montague.
First one's good for Montague, who's got 13 points. He's had a really strong game. Deshaun Reynolds has been quiet in this game in terms of scoring. He has yet to score in the affair. Second one is good. 14 points for Montague. And Gene Allen's still sprinting around the sidelines. His team leads by 19. Holy Spirit with the ball. Daniels throws it away to the backcourt. Stolen by Chase. Chase lays it up good. Deja Chase on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. And it's a 21-point lead for Atlantic High. Atlantic City with the press now. And they get called for a foul. Jabril Chandler smiled as he got called for the foul, thinking, man, we almost had that one, Coach, and Gene Allen wasn't happy at all.
Gene didn't appreciate it as Chase checks out and Tashad Reynolds checks in. Even when you're up 41-20, he wants things done in a certain way, and if you don't do it, you're going to the sideline.
Well, unless something bizarre happens in the final 4:57, Atlantic City is going to face Middle Township for the second year in a row and the second time this season. And we had that first game for you on 97.3 ESPN, Tony, and that wasn't much of a game.
No.
And if Atlantic City plays like this, you could see a similar outcome, although Middle, who had been struggling as of late, blew out Sacred Heart and then beat a game St. Augustine squad to get back to where they are, and I'm sure has revenge on their mind. Reynolds dumps it off for White, who has 3 dunks in the game, and then he just kind of gives it the old college dunk with a slap of the glass and a layup. 14 for White. Santil in the corner. Middleton's shot is no good. Rebound Jordan Taylor. He puts it back in, and he's got 6. 43-24, Spartans trail. Atlantic City, it will be 22-1 for them this year. Perfect in Cape Atlantic League play, and that obviously includes these playoffs as well. Traveling call on the far sideline.
It's been the penetration of Deshaun Reynolds and Chase and then the dishes that have really sparked them here tonight.
Taylor, here comes Middleton. Middleton uses the body, puts up a shot, no good. This is a young Spartan team too. Most of these guys, save for Moore, will be back next year. Atlantic City, on the other hand, Reynolds, Chandler, Montague, Chase, all are gone. Here's Tashad Reynolds. Deshaun Reynolds now playing catch. Chandler off the glass, no good. Rebound Dennis White, and White pulls it back out. He gives it back to Tashard Reynolds. Reynolds now just spinning around a couple of Spartan defenders. And the crowd is enjoying the show that he put on. Chandler back to Reynolds. Reynolds again. This time they steal it away. Moore up the far sideline. Crosses over. Spins. Loses the handle. Daniels dumps it down to Taylor, who lays it in. So Jordan Taylor has 8 to lead the Spartans.
Taylor's played well tonight.
Back the other way. Here comes Reynolds, knifing his way down the center of the lane. The layup is strong, and the rebound comes out to Holy Spirit. Moore in transition. A long three, in and out, no good. Rebound, Montague. And now it's a 1-on-4. Reynolds to White, who tried to throw it down. There was a whistle and a foul, so the slam wouldn't have counted anyway.
Yeah. Deshaun Reynolds looks to scoop it off the backboard. And coming down to the driving Montague for the follow stuff, but he was fouled on his journey down the lane, so the play was unable to be completed. But little showtime for Deshaun Reynolds.
The loss will be the 10th for Holy Spirit. They have the non-public A playoffs to contend with. They are the 8th seed. Lamar Thomas, the freshman, who had been getting some regular playing time, did not play yet tonight.
Yeah, they've got some young players. You know, don't forget that Dennis White will be back next year. Isaiah Graves will be back next year. And they have some young players that are freshmen and sophomores. Atlantic City always seems to restock.
44-26, Reynolds made the second, and now he's out. Taylor catches, goes to the basket, and lays one in, so he's got double figures. Boy, you had Jordan Taylor with 10 points. You probably figured tonight you're in this game. That's where he has. Lamar Thomas, the freshman, dumps it down for Jaleel Montague, who tries to dunk it, loses the handle, but White gets the rebound, and he calmly lays it in, and he's got 16 points, and the Spartans are going to empty the bench. Holy Spirit has decided they've seen enough from their core, which has played a lot of minutes this year. Middleton, bounce pass for Taylor. Taylor in the corner. And a timeout is taken. Jamie Gillespie has seen enough. He wants all 5 of these guys off the floor, he said. And we will have
Township in the CAL championship game.
Tyler Jones is in the game for Holy Spirit, along with, get you all the names here, C.J. Barnes. Going to the line will be Jack Marzik. Matt Summers is also checked in, and Shamar Dixon. They are the 5 on the floor for Holy Spirit. Atlantic City counters with Jameer Prevard, Kevin Allen, Robert Lowe, Daniel Torres, and we'll get you the 5th Viking in a moment. Second one is no good. Rebound. The first basket was made by Marzak. Torres in the corner for Lowe. Up top for Prevard. Prevard in the corner for Torres. Torres takes it to the basket. Now he kicks it. A little 15-foot baseline jumper is no good, in and out. And that was Tolbert. Aaron Tolbert, a senior, getting a late run here. Gene Allen says, if you're going to be out there, you're going to run our stuff right.
Well, Mike, they practice just like the starters do. So he wants them to do it right.
C.J. Barnes at the line, a freshman. Now, he started a game that we did about a month or so ago, and he missed the free throw. Against St. Augustine, he started a game. And then we haven't seen him tonight in this game. So 46-29, Vikings lead it. Under a minute to play now in the ball game. Here at Hamilton, the site of the Cape Atlantic League semifinals, a doubleheader here. Middle won the first game. They await the winner of this one, which will be Atlantic High. Ball's on the floor. Marzak and Torres on the floor. Gene Allen saying, hey, my guy was on the floor. Give him some credit.
Officials are letting a lot go here, Mike. A lot of contact.
Dixon bringing the ball up the floor. Dixon bounce pass to Barnes. Up top, 3-ball on the way. It's good by Tyler Jones, a freshman, 6'5". Shot that with confidence. Torres all the way to the basket. Torres we saw get a lot of minutes in the game against Pleasantville, and we haven't seen him at all in this game. There's been some weird rotations throughout this year by Atlantic City.
Well, when you look down their roster, Mike, every single game, Gene rotates them in. I mean, maybe some games more than others. Some players will play more in some games, but yeah, you're right. He's gotten a lot of players in ball games, and he needs that. He wants that. He wants to keep his players fresh because he feels in the long run they're going to wear the other team down, and many times that proves to be the case.
Torres makes one of two, but the rebound comes down to Prevard. Torres kicks it out. Low baseline. Puts up a shot, it's blocked, but a foul is called. Robert Lowe's another senior. Daniel Torres is a senior, so a couple of seniors getting a chance to display their talents in the final moments of this CAL semifinal game.
So they run the baseline. Lowe, that is, ran the baseline and drove, and Gene Allen liked the fact that he was aggressive and took it to the basket. Misses the first.
So 47-32 is the score with 13 seconds left. Lowe misses a pair. C.J. Barnes with the rebound. Back in transition. Gets it into the corner. Marzak. Summers puts it on the floor. Kicks it out to Marzak. Marzak three on the way, and that's good. As the buzzer sounds, the end of a
shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. So, the final score is Atlantic City knocking off Holy Spirit by the final count of 47